Good afternoon. It is Saturday, October 7th, 2023 at about 6:02 p.m. Out for a little bicycle ride today. We're going to head over toward the People Pathways and ride that a little bit today. Weather's beautiful, but it's a bit chilly. It's around 60 degrees with pretty good breeze today. So we're going to go for a little ride on the trail. We're in front of the Verizon store across the street from McDonald's, Greencastle, Indiana. And we're going to get off the city streets and head over to People Pathways. It's a bit of a chilly ride today. So we're not going to stay out past 7 p.m. Maybe another hour here, but it feels like it's starting to get cold. That sun angle is low. And here's the entrance into People Pathways. This will take us toward Deer Meadows School. Sun feels good in my face, but I was hoping the winds would calm down. There's still a pretty good breeze. A good bit of downhill on the way north, so we're going to keep it on pedal assist 1. Limits me to about 8.5, at the most 9 miles per hour. And that way Elizabeth can keep up pretty easily on her, she's got a Schwinn mountain bike. And it is cooling off fast. Felt pretty warm out here. Felt pretty warm earlier, but boy, now that sun's getting low, let's stay on the trail here and go this way. I have to remember to take some pictures.
Yeah, you do.
So let's do a stop here. Yeah, you can get a few. I'll include them if I do one of those relives. Okay. Well, I've done 177 miles so far on this e-bike. Bike's a HeyBike Brawn. Brawn is the model. HeyBike is the manufacturer. And there's not going to be too many days left of comfortable, not getting cold e-bike riding. I might as well make the most of it. Cold weather's making my nose run. And the remnants of that cold I had a few weeks ago is still giving me a cough. Yeah, it's not good. like the cold that won't go away. Everybody I know that's gotten it, they comment how they're keeping a cough for 2 or 3 weeks afterwards. I turned on my Ride with GPS app, so we can do a little aerial map, and it drops in your photos. You seeing a little bit of clearing on the pathway here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Behind you.
Okay, let's see if we see anything further. They did. Last time we were up here, they had, we were going to check on the status of what used to be the mud flat, and we discovered when they laid we're clear. When they laid the asphalt, it split the mud flat into the mud flats. So there was pooled water on either end of the asphalt patch. So it looks like that is still a work in progress. We'll go far enough up here to visit the mud flats. We were up here, what, 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, we made a special effort to check the mud flats. Yeah. People Pathways Northern Bog. Boy, the leaves are coming down. That's some firewood there. Let's get up here a little further. Yeah. Did we ever talk about these? Let me see if I can park the bike in a way that we can see it. These are like a children's book,
Yeah.
and they've presented a spread for each of these plaques or placards. They've got 2 pages, what we call a spread in the printing industry, and they're numbered, so in a sense kids can read a children's group as they go up the trail.
Read a children's book.
Yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
You said group.
Nice day, isn't it?
Hello, it is nice, a little chilly. And here he's dressed for summer. More firewood here. I don't know if that's new or not. And here's page 8 of the book. Hope you can see that. I've got the camera aimed downward a little bit. But there's spread number 8. And so the numbers are ascending as you go down the trail. And I rode past those so many times before Elizabeth brought them to my attention. This would be number 9 here. I thought that was kind of cool. Fence is falling apart there to my left. And here we've got spread number 10. A little more mud on the trail here. Hadn't really noticed that before. Spread number 11. Going uphill a bit. About a 4% grade according to my inclinometer. Spread number 12 of the children's book. And here's the ridges. The camera doesn't reflect it, but that could trip somebody if they're not watching carefully. And I think it's just an upheaval of the asphalt during hot weather, I'm guessing, when it's really soft. Well, you thought it was tree roots, but I don't see any trees here big enough. And now I see some cut firewood there on the right. Actually, there's a good bit of foliage cut down up here. Look at this. Somebody's been in here with a tractor or equipment. Yeah, there's a lot more cut wood. That wasn't here just 2 days ago. Hello. Oh, they've cut a bunch of wood down here. So there's a power line here. I wonder if that was Duke Energy.
That's what I said. That's why I said what I did.
Yeah, look at that. It's
That would be my guess.
they've cut a bunch of trees down here. There used to be quite a few trees here.
Huh.
I know they would clip my helmet when the trees were wet. Some of the branches would hang down.
You get smacked
Right
in the
about
face by a
here.
wind.
Yeah, I'd get smacked on top of the helmet if I didn't duck down real low. That's only when the trees were wet.
Hmm.
Huh. Yeah, look at all those vines and stuff up in the telephone lines.
Yeah.
Of course, obviously it was a power company that cut stuff down because I don't think the telephone company maintains any right-of-way anymore. They just let stuff grow and drop where it may be. Yeah, this has been clear cut through here. We've had looks like a Caterpillar or heavy machinery front end loader up through there, according to those big tracks. This is our newest mud flat here. This really filled up with water, and that's probably because the new asphalt blocked. Yeah, you can see where the grass is matted down. They've had a front end loader or something up in here. But that's the newest mud flat, and it's always had water and some mud here, but it wasn't the biggest of the problems. So they dropped in some asphalt, which has separated, it's part of the sea. And now we have mud flat number 1, and up here, well, this would be mud flat number 2. Up here, the original mud flat, where we get a pond the day of rain, and usually the day after. And then we get mud, usually about an inch and a half thick. And most people hop onto Albin Pond Road from that driveway way up there, and they'll ride down Albin Pond. In fact, we'll do that little ride, the mud flat avoidance route. We'll show you the detour where, I don't know, it seems like a third or half of the people, when the mud is in place, which is, until we have a good week dry spell, it's mud instead of dirt. I see a number of patches here where they've patched it. Let's just follow the trail up here. Probably not great GoPro images since we're riding right into the sun. Yeah, despite the cold, it's a beautiful day today. It's been a really nice all day. We had to go do a photo shoot, an outdoor photo shoot at 1 p.m. today. And just a small one. And the weather was perfect for it. We were getting these nice puffy clouds going overhead. So I could get images in a little bit of shadow from the clouds. For outdoor middle of the day bright sunshine is not my favorite, unless I'm shooting, you know, landscape with a wide angle lens. More of those side-by-sides on the city streets. I wonder wonder if we're going to become like a retirement community where those things are all over the place. I don't really have anything against them other than when they ride with their when they're coming toward you with their bright LED panels, which are for off-road use only, and they will blind you. They have no low beam pattern to them. It's just a wall of light. Mosey on up here a little bit. I think we took this route on video, but maybe a week ago. Something along this. Yeah, this was when we went up to came up here and did the railroad station. Yeah, you know, I'm getting more acclimated to this chilly evening weather. Yeah. Makes it a little harder to hear because I've got it over my ears. Makes everything a little bit muffled. Okay, I'm clear behind. Yeah. Let's go up a side street here. This is the exact route we took. I don't know, earlier this week. We came from this direction and did a video. And the other time we were coming, I think, from a different direction. 8.5 miles per hour. Bad if I keep the speed down, like, you know, cold's not too bad. Now I see cyclists out on the road bikes, you know, clear into December, and they must be wearing some special clothing for winter, because they've got those, you know, spandex looking bicycle outfits on. It looks like they don't have much insulation at all. They'll be out when it's 25 degrees. We're not horribly far from the railroad station on the other side of town. The Big 4 Railroad Depot, which CSX Railroad still uses. It's a very cool building though. It's in a little bit of disrepair, but I'm assuming the roof is not leaking because they're actively using it. And if you peek in the window, I don't see any buckets for collecting rainwater, so the building must be fairly sound. Are you very close behind? I'm going to pull into this driveway here. Across from the old hospital, and that's the old Putnam County Hospital to my left. Probably can't see it with that bright sunshine going straight into the camera. Take a little break here for a moment. I think we're gonna make it to the train station and just go right up through downtown to get back home. So all right, clear behind us?
No,
Cars?
Yeah.
Okay, wait here a moment. We're in no rush. of that. I'm on an e-bike and Elizabeth is on a regular small mountain bike. We've got nice specialized road bikes, but the e-bike's kind of a novelty, so I've been out on the e-bike a lot more often than the road bike. Okay. I'm going to turn on my headlight now that the sun's getting low. Yeah, I can hear every time a car passes you through this headset. Elizabeth and I, oh, the cough's still bothering me. Elizabeth and I are using wireless communication system. It's made by Sena, S-E-N-A, and the model is the Pi, P-I. So it's a Sena Pi wireless communication system. They run about $100 or $101 each on Amazon. And these things are great for keeping in touch. They'll handle two cyclists, so they won't accommodate a third person. Now they've got helmets that can accommodate 4 riders. Not when you consider the price of the helmet and the wireless system. I think they've got models that are under $200. But I like my helmet. It's a good quality helmet. It's what they call a MIPS, M-I-P-S helmet, which are supposed to be a little bit better than your standard bicycle helmet, according to testing. And I've had this helmet for 5 or 6 years. And I like it, fits well. I've got a little light mounted on it, and I should probably turn that on about now. We're crossing CSX tracks here that head into Greencastle. It's the CSX Monon subdivision. It goes up through Crawfordsville, Lafayette, and on north. It's the old Monon route from years ago. We're approaching the Putnam County Museum. It should be up here on our right. But getting back to the wireless headphones, they're good. They say a quarter-mile range. I say between 1.5 and 2/10 of a mile. So they're limited to, I think, really line of sight if you're in town. If you're out in the country, yeah, you might get your 2/10 of a mile, or they're rated 2.5/10 of a mile. But in town, you're going to have more background signals. I'm going to stop here a minute to show where we're at. This is the Putnam County Museum. I'll let my hands warm up from here in my pockets. This is the Putnam County Museum. We're taking a little back road shortcut just to keep us off the more heavily traveled roads. I'm glad I'm hearing the dogs behind us instead of in front of us.
Absolutely.
It's been a few years, but I have made the over the handlebars jump with the assistance of a big dog running out in front of me. And that was when I was younger. When you're young, you bounce. When you're older, you go splat. Because, as I like to say, based on my observations, gravity is not a constant. It gets stronger with age. And so far, I've not been over top the handlebars on this bike. I do have a friend that went over the handlebars on his e-bike, but he's a lot younger and in a lot better shape, so he bounced. Up here is where they're supposed to be doing some road work. I don't know if you can see it very well or not. Let me see if I can pull up here a little bit. That area road was supposed to be worked on starting this past Monday. And what I hear, they started and then gave up because traffic backed up so badly. Yeah, let's go. And what I heard, they put it off until this coming Monday. So I hope they don't have that road partially closed during any of Covered Bridge Festival, which begins next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah.
So 6 days from now, and
That's the biggest draw.
if they close the road then, visitors to our local community are not going to be very happy, because that will back up the traffic. Here's some more of these Halloween decorations. I'm just going to do a quick loop here so you can see them. We passed these, I think, the other night, but it was after dark. Get over here and...
We got a lot of pumpkins.
So we're seeing a lot more Halloween decorations, which personally we kind of like.
I like some.
We're facing north on Madison Street. We're at Fraser Street. That's what we just came across. Now we're on Madison Street. Facing north. No, we're facing south. We're facing south. Now I'm turning north. I got looped around there. Okay, we're heading north. The Big 4 Railroad Depot is up ahead, which is maintained by CSX Railroad. Very cool place. We've been up here a number of times, getting videos of trains, taking photos of trains. And we've never gotten hassled for being up here. It's not public property, but I've seen a lot of people come up here just to watch the trains. And generally it's older people up here watching the trains, so I don't think they associate visitors with destruction or bad things. Generally, as long as you don't get up on the tracks or too close to the tracks, generally there's no issue, based on my experience. I have seen a dirt bike rider come through here before. Got a little bit of mud there. I don't remember seeing water last time we were up here.
There wasn't.
We are looking right into the sun, and I think I'm going to loop around here so the GoPro's facing the train station. This is very irregular gravel here, with ballast mixed in along with tie plates and spikes and other assorted railroad hardware. You have to kind of watch where you're going.
Big fat tires like yours.
Oh, they're fat tires, but they're not super thick.
Yeah.
When I put this bike together, I was amazed at how lightweight the front wheel was, you know, with tire on it, and it felt like it weighed nothing. So there's obviously not a lot of rubber on these tires. Nothing like a motorcycle. Okay, here we are. We're at the Big 4 Railroad Depot owned by CSX, still maintained by them. And this is the CSX main track. Now, the GoPro, everything seems farther away than it actually is, but you can see a signal bridge down there. And there's 3 tracks that are flagged by that signal. And you can't see it, but what we see here is the closest track is a siding that on the other side of the signal breaks into 2 separate siding tracks. And then the tracks you see at a little higher elevation, those are tracks 1 and 2 for the CSX main. And then there's a switch down there near that signal bridge. And the track leads off and to the east and then to the north on up to Crawfordsville, Lafayette. We see a lot of ethanol trains come through that switch. And then there's some industry stuff that comes that it's actually there's a branch there of the railroad that goes from here to the CSX Monon subdivision. And if they don't take the switch and come this way, they will go under the railroad and on into Greencastle. And that's the track we went over earlier, just before we got to the Putnam County Museum. So I generally see ethanol trains coming up onto this track. But the other track, it's mainly just switching cars. I think cars maybe with plastics, probably raw materials for cement. There's a couple of industries that they supply. And I think they also supply the Poet ethanol plant. I think they're an ethanol plant. On the way to Cloverdale along 231. I think I'm going to end the video right here. And if we get a train, which when we're on the bicycles, we never get a train. If we happen to get a train through here in the next like 20 minutes while we're just relaxing and taking it easy, I'll get the train on GoPro. And that'll probably be, I might attach it to this, or it'll just be a separate little video clip I'll put on my Facebook page. That's pretty much it. Until we do this again, have a good evening.